can never repay you for all.
What's up, goodies? It's your girl, Juliana, aka Life is Juliana, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Your girl is right back at you with another one. If it is your first time here to my channel and you're just running on me by chance, welcome to the channel. And if you are my returning goodies, welcome back to the channel. Make sure that you guys are liking, subscribing, all them good things, all right? Make sure you're not showing the love and the support and them something there on their platform. And for all I'm returning goodies, uno don't know say, uno girl loving it to the max straight. All right, y'all. So, as you can see from the title, we are doing a Q&A. Y'all. We are doing a Q&A. Well, today I asked you guys on my community wall to ask me a couple of questions. And trust me, Uno went in. I didn't know what to upload today because it is wet, damp, cloudy, and everything in between today. Today is just not a good day for home decor, right? So I just wanted to come here and sit down and do something fun, something out of the box today. It is Saturday, so happy Saturday. Husband is husbanding. Husband is home. Knives are gone. I'm in my closet because I feel like I could do some things in the closet, okay? So I'm bringing it in my closet today. So we are going to be doing a Q&A, y'all. Super excited. You guys asked me some really intense questions. And the funny thing about it, I just decided to do it a couple of hours ago. So I'm pretty surprised on all the questions that you guys had for me. I should have done it. I should have thought about it since last night. But nevertheless, y'all came out with some serious questions. Now, the first question that I wanted to answer, right, was a question that I had gotten when I went live the other day. Let me go ahead and put my spectacles on because I know I can't read nothing without it, right? I'm never try to embarrass myself trying to be cute. You know what I mean? I'm still cute with the glasses, right? What you guys think? All right, so fun and joke aside, come lip look so. Look all right. Let's fix some things around here, okay? Because my makeup was not done with time. My makeup was done without time, all right? So now I'm kind of seeing some imperfection with the lights. Anyway, all right, so I wanted to answer a couple of questions from one particular goodie. Now this goodie is so supportive. She's like hella supportive. So I wanted to answer her question first. I'm pretty sure she didn't see the community wall because if she didn't see the community wall, I know she'd have asked me a whole bunch of more questions. But this is Shanae 3730. Right? So this is going to be the first set of questions that I'm about to answer. Don't pay all of these things on mine, okay? Because my closet has turned into my storage room, okay? I'm recording in the best part. All right, so Shanae 3730. The first question. All right, so she asked me a couple of questions in one settings. But she said, how long have you been on all three platforms? So that's one question. All right, so on my cooking channel, I'll say maybe 10 years. 10, 11 years. And then on this one, Life is Juliana, I'll say maybe 4 or 5. But the thing with this channel, I had just done it for fun. I wasn't even doing home decor on there. As you could see, I call it Life as Juliana. So I was just planning on doing vlogging my life, talking about story times and all the other stuff. And I wasn't consistent. So I'll say I just started to be consistent on here. There was a time though when the most consistent I've been on here was when I decided to monetize the channel. When I decided to monetize the channel, I started to upload pretty much, and then I also was doing a lot of live stream. And then after I monetized the channel, then I just kind of went missing in action. I was never consistent on here, so I don't even know if it's at 5 years. I know I had it. I had the channel and didn't have no videos on there, so I created a channel maybe 5 years, but really being a part of the YouTube world with the uploads on here, really no, like literally right now, is the most consistent I have ever been. And trust me, I'm loving it. Okay. All right. So the spiritual channel, I say 3 years. And I'm loving it. I'm loving my spiritual family. Yeah. All right. So that's one question that you ask. All right, so you said if the pay is good being on is the pay good being on an influencer on YouTube? So that's another question. YouTube is YouTubing, all right? So I would say if you're deciding to be a YouTuber or influencer, I would say do not quit your daytime job right away. When I was doing YouTube, when I started doing YouTube, even back then when YouTube was really, really popping, before YouTube transformed into Google, because YouTube is just the name now. It's owned and operated by Google, okay? I never quit my job. I was doing nursing. I was in the nursing field for many years. And I finally quit my job in 2015, okay? And I started to do YouTube full-time in 2015. I started the channel How to Cook, but I never quit my job until then. And when I say quit my job, I don't mean quit my job and solely depend on YouTube. I was doing business. I had a clothing store. For those of you guys may have known that's been with me for a minute, Q2 Fashion. I had 3 clothing store while I was doing YouTube. So YouTube was like part-time, and then doing business was my main thing. But I really stopped working for someone in 2015. So I say do not quit your daytime job, okay? The pay is solely depend on YouTube. So if you want to, no matter the content that you're putting out, if they don't decide to push it, then you're going to be in trouble. What future one with? Otherwise, if you get like paid promotion or sponsorships or whatever, you can make money doing that. But as far as making and wrecking views on YouTube, that is up to YouTube. It's not up to you, because no matter how great your contents are, if they decide that they're not going to push your content, then it's just not going to be pushed. It's not going to be seen. The YouTube has changed a lot of things about their layout and their settings and all of that stuff, as far as when you upload your contents, all these different tags and all kind of craziness. Sometimes I can't bother with it, but just put out the video and just call it a day. But yes, you can make money on YouTube, but you have to be really consistent. And sometimes it's not even the views much. It's like who's watching your video. All right, so sometimes depending on what you're doing, you'll get a lot of things sent out to you by companies, by people who loves you or whatever. Okay, so yes, there's a lot of room for growth and stuff, because you're putting yourself out there and you're putting yourself out there to be seen. So yes, you can make money on YouTube, and yes, YouTube can be your full-time job with hard work and dedication, right? All right, so let me see what else that you said in here. All right. What inspired you to do this? Girl, you had a lot of questions. I thought it was 3, but you had a lot up in here. What inspired me to start YouTube was my daughter, my oldest daughter. She was already doing YouTube. She had a makeup channel at the time. She was doing makeup tutorial, lookbooks, and I had only started my channel to get my products that I was selling, my my inventory from my store. I decided to do YouTube to get my inventory out there and do lookbooks and stuff to get customers, and it did work. But my daughter was the one who said, "Mommy, why don't you put some cooking videos on the channel?" And after I put the cooking videos on the channel, it just grew one night. My very first recipe, I think it was how to make Jamaican brown stew chicken, and it took off. I was monetized in like, I say 3 weeks, okay? So that's at that time it was only 500 subscribers you needed. They didn't know nothing about no watch time hours or that. It was just 500 subscribers and you monetize. So that's what happened to me with my cooking channel, okay? Um, this one, like I said, I just started it for fun. Um, this one, I really started putting in the work to monetize it. And it took me about 3 months after I decided to put the work in to monetize it. It took me about three months to monetize, but the channel was already there. It wasn't monetized, but when I decided to put the work in, it did get monetized, right? 3 months for this one. And what motivated me was to get my subscribers from my cooking channel over here to get to know me behind the scenes as far as cooking alone, right? Now, my spiritual channel, that took me 1 week to get monetized. Within 1 week, I had thousands of views, thousands of followers, thousands of everything. It took me 1 week to get monetized. 4,000 watch time hours, 1,000 subscribers, and thousands of views on my spiritual channel, okay? And what motivated me to do that was after I got hacked on Facebook and my mental health was all over the place and I was going through a lot and I needed to change, and I got closer to my spiritual form. And after I did that, I just became a new person. So that's what motivated me. That channel saved my life, okay? To be honest with you, that channel saved my life. Getting to know myself on a spiritual level and getting closer to God and understanding my purpose and what and why He was trying to use me for. So that's what motivated me there, all right? Let's see if it asks anything else. Would you recommend others to do this? Yes, I would definitely recommend others to do YouTube for sure. All right. Because it's even if you're not making a whole lot of money, just sitting there and talking, it really does help for your mental health. It makes you be open to to gravitate to others. And because me, I'm very antisocial, and I'm doing YouTube and I'm not that antisocial. You know what I mean? So it really make a difference in my life. All right, so let's see what else you got going on here, girl. You said, is it worth quitting a job? Like I said before, I think I answered that already. You can't quit your job when you first start YouTube because YouTube is like up and down. 1 minute you're making money, the next minute you're not. And YouTube is not the way that it used to be. I have 3 platforms and I do other things outside of YouTube, right? So I didn't quit my job because of YouTube. I quit my job because I was sick and tired of clocking in for people. So I decided to do my business, my clothing store business full time and do YouTube. And now eventually I quit my my business. I closed my business down totally and I'm focusing on YouTube 100%. So finally, YouTube has become my source of income, right? All right, so let's see. Would this be a good option for 50 years and old people who are 50 years old and over? Of course, because I am over 50, you guys. I am over 50. All right? I'm over 50. So of course, YouTube is not an age. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you have a dream, if you have a passion for something, go ahead and get it done, okay? Do what you gotta do, boo. All right, so I feel like I answered all of your questions, honey. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the likes and the share and the comments and everything that you do in the comments. I adore you. All right, let's go to what you guys are asking here. Okay. All right, let's get out of the comment section and go into the community. Make we jump on the community. All right, so I have 11 questions here. 11 of you guys asked me questions. All right. All right. So I'm going to start off. This is 28 minutes ago. All right. So this is, I hope I'm not going to butcher your name. All right. It says, I guess it's Hardy Hardy, AHARDY 566. All right, so let's see what you've got to say here. Okay. You are you are an inspiration to make me do more at home. I am a vintage French country decor lover, but I really enjoy your glam decor. Thank you, baby. Um, you are very talented. My question is, do you have grandkids or little ones that come to visit often? And if so, do you have one special area for them to play indoors where their toys are kept? Well, I do not have any grandchildren yet. And to be honest with you, my house is not children friendly. I have a lot of breakables here, but I do have children that comes to visit ever so often. Um, and I don't have toys here. I really don't have toys in my home, but if I did have grandchildren, if when that happens, the toys will be kept where the toys need to be kept. Okay, toys is not going to be all over my house because even when I was raising my children, um, their toys were kept. They knew to make sure mama's house was always together. My kids grew up and seeing me keeping a really good house or home, or whatever you want to say it. They knew the rules. My kids knew the rules. So, back then when I was raising my kids, their toys, like I said, was always in the toy box. When you're done playing with your toys, you put your toy in the toy box. If you mess up your room, toys all over the place, you go clean up your room. So that's how I keep my house. I keep a very, very clean home. I hate to see things out of place. But yeah, I don't have any grandkids, but if I did, they would have to follow the golden rules. Just like me to raise my kids them, they would have to follow the golden rules, because I really don't understand when people say, my house is messy because of my kids. You cannot blame the kids to have a messy house. You have to set rules and boundaries for those kids, okay? Period. All right, so let's take it back here. My thing will come out. Okay, so I think I answered that. All right, so Mystery Divine Power wants to know. Let me turn up some light on this because I'm not seeing nothing even with my glasses sometimes. The glasses here, I don't see clearly. Unless I'm wearing my shades glasses, it's go, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. When I'm wearing that shades, honey, I can see clearly, okay? But the one here, I don't know. The one here have an attitude problem. All right, let's see. Divine Mystery Power asks, what do you eat on a daily and how do you maintain your mental health? For me, when I first wake up in the morning, I do take a Synthroid because I have a thyroid condition. I do take like a lot of capsules. I do take things for my calcium to replace my calcium glands that I had to take out when I had my thyroid removed. I do take a lot of vitamins, you guys. So that's the first thing I do in the morning when I wake up is take my medication. And then I usually have some cereal or whatever because I'm not a big fussy eater. I don't like the breakfast thing, like the eggs and the bacons in the morning and all that stuff. So I'll have a bowl of cereal or some oatmeal, or I'll have a little plate of cottage cheese with blueberry or whatever. That's how that's what I have in the morning. I'm not a big eater. And I probably have an apple or whatever in the morning. And it usually takes, and I eat that like pretty late. When I say breakfast, I mean like 10, 11, okay? And then that will take me right through my day, and I drink a lot, you guys. I drink a lot of water. If I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking either flavored water or seltzer water or tonic water or sparkling water or something. I drink a lot of water. That's why my skin looks like this, okay? Lots and lots of water, you guys. Drink your water. Sometimes I may put a ginger ale if I have a upset stomach and pack this with ice, right? You always see me with this cup because it's good for cold and it's good for hot. So always have that with me. And I drink right through the day. Water, 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 water break constantly. And then by the time my husband comes home, dinner. And I'll eat a small amount. And then nighttime, I'll have like a snack or some fruits. I like to snack, but I like Jamaican snacks, and that's about it. You know, I love ice cream. I'll have a little something of ice cream, and that's it. I'm not on any diet, even though I need to go back vegan. All right, but that's what I usually have as far as eating is concerned. Let's go back in there. This phone is weird. Weird, weird, weird. All right, so all right, my mental health. Protecting my mental health, I pray a lot. You guys that follow me on my spiritual channel, you already don't know. I pray a lot. I pray all day, every single day. I pray 2 o'clock in the morning. Every single morning, I pray at 2 o'clock. I stay awake until 2. I pray, and call upon my spirit guides, my ancestors, and my Lord and my Savior Jesus Christ. I pray. I take time out and I pray. And when I'm done praying, it takes me about, I say 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes sometimes. I pray over my husband, pray over my children, pray over everything, pray over my home, and then I go to sleep. That's how I protect my mental health. When I tell you it works, it works. If you guys ain't praying, y'all don't know what y'all missing, okay? I pray, and I pray, and I pray. I pray all through the day. All through the day, okay? So that's how I protect my mental health, to be honest. All right, so Mr. Divine Power also has another question. She says, how old were you when you first found out you had a heart condition? I was 6 years old when I actually found out that I had a heart condition. And I was in Jamaica, living in Jamaica with my mom and my grandmother. I got sick and I stayed 1 entire year in the hospital. Doctor said that they couldn't do anything for me and I wasn't going to live past 16 years old. Not going to be able to have children. I have 3 daughters and I passed 16 how many times, okay? So God is good. All right, let's see. All right, so we have Lilibek. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try and say your name. Leah Becht 751. All right. So I guess that's your name. Sorry if I butchered it. Okay. All right. So you said, love your decor style. We have similar tastes in decor. Blessings. Okay. So you did have a question. Thank you, baby. Thank you. All right. We have Unique Q3C. Unique Q3C says, what advice would you give to someone who is thinking about doing YouTube and what works for you? All right, my advice is like what I said earlier. If you're planning on doing YouTube, make sure you have a master plan. You make sure you do some kind of research first. Don't copy anybody's content. Even though everybody's content sometimes is similar, but be your own authentic self. You could be showing this product that everybody is showing, but just make sure you be your own authentic self when you're showing this product, okay? Personality is everything, all right? So that way you will stand out from everybody else. For me, I do home decor on here most of the time, and you'll find other channels that have the same products that I'm using to decor, but it's a way that you talk about the product, okay? Your personality. All right. And don't go trying to get everything that everybody has in your house. If somebody has a certain decor thing, don't go getting it. And yeah, you're trying to do your own authentic stuff. Put a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Something totally damn different. Okay. You don't have to go shopping at the same place. Don't be afraid to go to your thrift store because your thrift store sometimes has unique pieces that you won't find in any other store. Okay. All right. What works for me? As far as YouTube, what works for me? What really works for me with YouTube is that I don't have to answer to anyone. I can wake up whenever I want to wake up, do my contents, and get them uploaded. I could go on a vacation as long as I have a phone to record. I could work from anywhere. That's the blessings of being a YouTuber, of being an influencer. What works for me is that I could navigate everything around me. I could still be a wife. I could still be a mother. I could still be Juliana. It does get overwhelming sometimes because I do take on a very big task. but I'm still able to be home and to do the thing that I love on my time. I don't have to wake up in the morning and go clocking for somebody. I don't have to listen to nobody telling me what to do. So that is something that I love about being my own boss. Okay. All right. It works for me, like for real. All right. So I have Gifted Empress P79. All right. So she says, how long have you been married and how long have you known your husband? And you both have such a connection. And I see that. Thank you, darling. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I know my husband since 19, I'll say maybe 2000. Or maybe before that. I'll say before that. I know my husband in 1998 or something like that. All right. We were friends. And didn't like me, but he was too girly. So I didn't want to get involved with him because he was a wily, okay? We was always friends and we kept in contact. We see each other every day because we live in the same community. But we were just friends. He was married, I was married. He got divorced. Well, I got divorced first. He got divorced afterwards, and we still maintain friendship. And eventually, we've been together. We just decided for us to be together. We decided to make it official back in 2000, and I'll say 13. Got married in 2016 or 15, something like that. I don't know, what about years, but I've known him since a long time. Okay. Yes, we do have a connection because we was friends before we got married, so it works. All right, even though he's a pain. Oh my goodness. My husband is a piece of work. He's a piece of work. Okay. All right, so but I love him. I wouldn't trade him for nothing though. But he's a piece of goddamn work. Let's see what else. Our Mystery Divine Power. What advice would you give to someone who wants to relocate to Atlanta? Do your research. One thing I could say for sure is that Atlanta, they have a lot of jobs here. You know, if you're trying to find a work, if you move here, you won't have a problem getting a job, okay? A lot of people, they're relocating because of the job opportunity. So you'll definitely find a job here. They have beautiful homes, beautiful apartments, shady friends, shady family members change. You know, a lot of shade. There's a lot of shade down here. A lot of traffic. As long as you could get past the shadiness, you'll be okay. As long as you could get past, you know, the moodiness and the traffic, you'll be okay. But Atlanta is jobs everywhere. Okay, you're definitely going to get a job somewhere because everybody stays hiring. Okay, Georgia builds houses, but they also build jobs for people. That's what I love about this state. My husband love it. I think he love it more than I do because me want to move to Australia. Yeah, I really want to move to Australia. Let's see. All right, so the next question is from Unica Q3C. I know you love home decor, but if you had to choose between cooking and home decor, which would you choose? I would definitely choose cooking. I would definitely choose cooking because cooking is my passion. I love home decor, but cooking, honey, is my passion. I love to cook. I feel like God blessed me with some good hands of cooking, and I love it. It makes me mellow. It's like therapy for me. Cooking, when I'm feeling down, I just go in the kitchen and start cooking. My husband already know when I'm not happy. When I'm in the kitchen, I'm in the kitchen all day cooking. He knows that something is wrong because it's therapy for me. I love to cook like all day. I love to cook. So if I was to choose between home decor and cooking, I would definitely choose cooking. Okay. All right. So let's see. I think we almost done, you guys. But I'm going to refresh this and see if anybody else asked anything. All right. So this is Gifted Empress P79. When did you realize that you were different And how did you go about understanding your spiritual gift? I realized I was different when I was 6. When I first got sick and almost died, I used to see spirits a lot. I see them all the time. I used to see them all the time when I was a kid. And I remember when I was growing up, my grandmother used to tell me that I had healing hands. She said anytime she was in pain and I would touch her in any part of her body where the pain would just go away. So she always used to tell me when I was a kid that you're very special. You have healing hands. My grandmother was very spiritual. My grandmother was my inspiration, and I feel like I got her spiritual gift. I got it because I could see beyond the surface. And, I realized that I was different when I was 6. And when I got older, I realized that I was even more different, but didn't know what to do with it and didn't know what God was using me for. The Christians didn't understand me. The religions didn't understand me. I didn't even understand what was going on with me. But then when I just let God do what he had to do, and I realized my purpose, and now I am the happiest that I ever been. Okay. One thing about getting closer to God and drawing closer to God, you're going to lose a lot of people. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose family members. You're going to lose acquaintances. You're going to lose a lot of people because you are doing God's will. Whenever you decide to serve God with all your heart, a lot of things is going to be changed around. You will be persecuted. You'll be called a witch. I've been called a witch. Okay. So Jesus was crucified on the cross because they thought that he was a witch. He was bringing life, putting life into the dead. He was able to do things, let the blind see, he let the wake people from the dead. Listen, this man was a miracle worker, okay? And because of that, people thought that he was weird. Future, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? And because of that, people thought that he's just over there sitting looking at me like he crazy. So because of his power that he was given, people said he was different. And he was a Messiah. And I'm not saying that I'm the Messiah, but I know that I have gift that I was given by the Almighty, and I embrace it. I didn't know how to embrace it before, but now I embrace it. I could see beyond the naked eyes, okay? I just had to learn how to use my gift for good, okay? Is all I had to do, and do God's will. And I just had to just say, Father God, whatever you have for me, just go ahead and do whatever you have. Just do with me whatever you will. I'm going to be humble, and I'm not only just going to be humble, I am going to be obedient. And however you want me to spread your word, however you want to use me to do whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do just that. And I have become very comfortable with that. You're not going to be accepted by many, but guess what? Whether you're spiritual or not, you're never going to be accepted by many. But right now, I'm in a place they have never been before. Ever since I started to serve God with everything, I always served him. But when I decided to give him all of me, I knew it was going to come with a price. And I knew that I was going to be crucified like Jesus was. So am I okay with that? I'm okay with that. Would I give my life for the Lord? Of course I would. Would I change who I am? No, I won't. Because I'm special. I'm different. I hope that answered that. All right. So Michelle Bless 1535. How did you get started on YouTube? I think I already answered this. My daughter is the one who decided to get me a YouTube channel, and I use it again to get my business going that I was doing back then. My clothing store, and I started putting cooking videos on there, and I was vlogging, and I was doing lookbooks, and the channel just kept growing and growing and growing and growing. Sometimes I was MIA, sometimes, but more than normal, I was doing what I need to do because I was only just doing that channel alone, the cooking channel. So I was pretty consistent on there. And then sometimes I just went missing in action, okay? When I was trying to figure myself out, I went missing in action. So, sometimes you have to give the cooking channel a little break. You have to give everything a break sometime and work on yourself, okay? On your purpose. All right, so, yeah, so that's that. All right, so we have one more, I think. You have... How have you been taking care of yourself since? Oh, this is a good one. Unique Q3C. How have you been taking care of yourself since the passing of your sister? That is an awesome question, you guys. That is an awesome question. Um, and for those of you guys that don't know, my sister did pass away in December of last year. So this year, this December would make 1 year since she passed away. And let's just say how I've been doing. I just say I've been doing. I've had my happy days and I've had a lot of sad days behind the scenes. Um, I've had my lonely days. I've had a lot of days where I just feel like I just want to curl up and cry. But for some reason, after I found out that when I first got the call that my sister passed away, I did cry. Um, but not like I thought that I was going to cry. I cried and I kind of got it together. And because I wasn't home, I was getting myself prepared to leave to see her when I got the call. And, there's a guy that just walked up to me and started praying with me in the parking lot. That day when I got the call, he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No." He said, "You want me to pray for you?" And he stand there and prayed for me in the parking lot. And I think I gained my strength right there when that guy just walked up to me and started praying. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know how I managed to be right here, right now, because my sister and I was extremely close. I don't even know how I'm able to even laugh sometimes. It's like she's making sure that I'm laughing. She's making sure that I'm smiling. She's making sure that I'm not depressed. She's making sure that I'm drawing closer to God. I know that she's working from behind the scenes, you guys, because even when for her funeral, while because I had to make funeral arrangements and stuff for her, and at the funeral, you guys, I stood there. I'm going to insert a picture so you guys could see, okay? The way I just stood there and watched her body going down in the ground, right? And I did not cry. I thought I was going to pass out. That's what I was thinking all this time. Because when my first sister that passed away, I didn't want to see her go down. When my mother passed away, I didn't want to see my mother go down. This sister, I stood there and watched her body going into the bottom of the ground. And I did not break. I did not break. And after the funny thing that happened, you guys, when they put her down and they covered her grave and everything, I stood there when everybody walked away and walked off. Me and my daughter, we stood there, and that book that you have that everybody has to sign when you come in to the funeral, to the church. A bumblebee flew and stopped it just landed right on her thing and the book, right? It just stood there. The bumblebee just landed right there. And right away, I just felt a sense of peace and calm. And I looked at it, and the bumblebee just stood there. I'm going to try to also, I'm going to insert a video so you guys could see it also.
You
And
know what
I
that
remember
means?
saying, "It is Sissy.
That sister.
She's flew
Look at
away."
that, y'all. Look
Yeah, I
at
just
that.
knew right
Look
away
where
that
it
it
shit
was my
inside the restaurant.
sister
Whoa,
that
And she fly
was
away.
trying to
oh
tell me
damn.
that it's okay, sis. It's okay. And y'all, let me tell you something. Sometime when I get sad and I miss her really badly because we always was on the phone 2 and 3 in the morning, right? Because my sister is a nightingale and I'm a nightingale. I don't go to sleep early, and I just be getting teary eyed sometimes. But for some reason, the tears go right back in. It's like the tears is not falling because I feel like if I ever should really cry the way that I thought or the way that I want to cry, I feel like I'm not going to be able to stop crying. So I try not to get to that stage at all. But As far as how I'm doing, I'm just doing. I'm just doing. I'm happy that she is in peace, like totally peace. Um, I just basically got myself mentally prepared for when she was going to make her transition. I was getting myself prepared than she even was, okay? Because I know I was going to be without a sister. I knew because I already got the vision. I already know that I told you I'm very spiritual. I already know that my sister was going to die. I was seeing my sister dead before she was actually dead. Whenever I dreamt her, I would always see her already dead. So I already know she was making her transition. I already know she was transitioning before she even knew it. I knew it. Okay. So I was getting myself mentally prepared for what was coming because I knew I was going to be totally alone. So I had to get myself prepared for what was coming as far as me being by myself. So asking me how I'm doing is a good question. I'm just doing. I'm just doing. Some days after I get done doing videos for you guys, I'm just kind of lost. You guys don't see it on the camera, but some days after I'm done and I get quiet, my husband is at work, or even if he's not at work, he's home. When I get done, I just find a corner and I'm like this. Very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. Okay? So I'm just living by the grace of God. I do have a spiritual family that I have formed, and those spiritual family has helped me to kind of, I wouldn't say heal because I don't think I will ever heal from the passing of my sister. But I could say this. I know that my purpose right now is just to make sure that I walk a clean path with God. Let's just say that, okay? My purpose is right now is to make sure that I walk a clean path with God because I want to make sure that when it's my turn to go, let me refresh this, you guys, and see if you guys left any other questions. I guess that's it. I want to make sure that when it's my time to go, I'm looking at the questions, you guys, right there. I don't know if you guys could see it. But I want to make sure that when I leave here, when it's my turn to go, I want to make sure that I see my mother. I want to make sure that I see my grandmother. I want to make sure that I see my sisters. I have 3 sisters that passed away in twinkle of an eye. So I want to make sure that I see them. I'm making sure that I live a clean life, a clean, peaceful life. So that way, when it's my turn to go to glory, they are there to help me to make my transition. Okay? That's what I have to say. So that's how I protect my mental health. That's how I stay in peace. That's how I meditate. That's how I serve God. That's how I worship. And I continue to have God use me as His will to spread love and to spread clarity to the ones that needs to know. Okay. So that is it. We are done with our Q&A. I wonder if there's, let me see something, y'all. Because sometimes you know how YouTube be blocking some of y'all messages. They be doing that to my channel a lot. Let me go into my studio and make sure because we don't want to make another video just right now about this, okay? All right, so let me go in my community. Let me go in my community, you guys, and see if there's any questions that I need to handle, okay? Hold on, y'all. Look at all of this. Look at all this. Look at all of this that's held for review. YouTube is playing with my channel. That's crazy, y'all. It don't make no sense. All right, I guess that is it, y'all. I don't have anything that's held for review as far as these questions are concerned, but I do have other things on here. from y'all that has been leaving me messages. Okay, a whole lot of it. Look at that. Okay, YouTube has put your questions to where it's held for review. Okay. So somebody asked me, I can tell that your husband. Somebody said, I can tell that your husband is distracted. I said, maybe that's why they made a blocked it. But somebody said, I can tell that your husband is distracting you in the background. There's nothing wrong with them saying that, YouTube. Husband is going back and forth. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. There's nothing wrong with saying that, YouTube. Husband is distracting sometimes. All the time. Okay. So ain't nothing wrong with that, YouTube. All right, we're going to go through this in a minute and clear them up and make them public. But anyway, you guys, that is it. I hope that you did enjoy this Q&A. Thank you for all of you guys that has asked questions. I'm going to leave the post up. So maybe you guys want to go ahead and ask some more questions. I'll be more than open to do another video for you guys. The sun is not sunning, so there ain't no home decor happening no time right now. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day. We'll see. Hopefully Monday is a better day, right? But anyway, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out with me. You could have been out doing just about anything you wanted, but you chose to spend your precious time with me. And for that, I thank you. And with that being said, always remember to walk good. Take care of yourself. Bye, guys. Later.
Learn the lesson. Don't shoot the messenger. It's actually a blessing. Embrace, don't suppress it. No, don't quit it. Don't get bitter. Just tell me when you're ready. 'Cause I'm really crazy.